Welcome to New Generation Mentoring with Drs. Moses Toffa and Rejoice Makauze. We are a mentoring program that is dedicated to mentor society, especially our children, with the goal to take them back to the path of morality and godliness. Our motto is back to morality, back to God. Today, I want to share with you something that is quite deep. Now, it is good for the world to make progress as far as development is concerned, in terms of infrastructure, in terms of food security, in terms of other areas of development. But what I want you to know is that when God looks at this world, what impresses him most are the value systems that the world upholds. He is not impressed most by the buildings that he sees in this world, by the progress that he sees in this world. This is why he destroyed the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah. In terms of development, those cities were developing, but in terms of morality and godliness, they were degenerating. So God values morality and godliness above everything else that we may do here on this earth. So if you observe what is happening in the world today, of course the world is making progress. A number of countries in terms of the economy, in terms of infrastructure and other areas. But in terms of the value systems of the world is degenerating. From prostitution, to drug abuse, to killing each other, disregarding human life, and other vices that we are seeing today. But now, here is the problem. Although the world is going towards a wrong direction, there are many of us who actually believe that the world is progressing. And that is a tragic thing to happen. Have you ever met somebody who is going to a particular destination, but they are using a road that does not take them to that destination? And then you tell them that, no, you are going to this destination, but this road is not going to take you to this destination. It's a wrong road. And they say, no, you are lying. I am on the right road. This road is going to take me where I'm going. They are so confident that they are on the right path, yet they are on a tragic path, on a wrong path. This is what is happening today. How many parents are confident today that it is wrong to use the rod of correction to discipline their children? Instead, they must only speak to their children. Look at how our children are behaving today. Compare it with how children used to behave years ago, when parents would use the rod of correction to discipline their children. The question is, why is it that we continue to believe that this is the best way of raising our children, yet the behavioral outcomes of our children today are telling the story that we are not raising them properly compared to societies decades ago? Why? The answer is there in the scripture. But I want you to know that the reason is because God gives us instructions. Do things this way. Go this way. Do not go this way. Do not do things this way. So if you obey the instructions of God, what happens is that God will guide your steps. He will let you know when you are going the wrong path and say, no, you are now going the wrong path, go this way. But if you rebel against the commandments of God, what he does is that he will abandon you to your own counsel, to your own ideas, which are wrong, and destructive. Anokurega Mwari uchienda kunzira yakaipa iwe uchitofunga kuti yakanaka. Ndo zviri kuitika nhasi. So let me just read a few scriptures to support what I'm saying here. Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5 to 6. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. So when you acknowledge him, he will direct your path. Go this way, don't go this way. This is a harmful path, go that way. But when you rebel now, he will give you the belief that you are going the right way when you are going a harmful way. And don't say that that kind of God is a wicked God. There's no wickedness with God, my brother, my sister. Now let me read Psalm chapter 81 verse 12. 11 and 12. But my people would not hearken to my voice, and Israel would have none of me. So I gave them up unto their own hearts' lust, and they walked in their own counsels. So God gave them up to their own hearts, to the lust of their own hearts, and they walked in their own counsels or ideas, believing that they are walking the right way when they were walking the wrong way. Isaiah chapter 44 verse 25. That frustrate the tokens of the liars, and maketh diviners mad. That turneth wise men backward, and maketh their knowledge foolish. So when you rebel against God, he will turn your knowledge into foolishness, but make you to believe that that foolishness is actual wisdom. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 12. In fact, verse 11 to 12. And for this cause God shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. Do you know that God can make you to believe that a lie is the truth? Why? Because you have rebelled against him. How many people now believe that a marriage institution is toxic? That life is better outside the marriage institution? That life is better without children? I talked about this in previous videos. It's a lie, but God will make you to believe it because you have rebelled against him. Maybe I'll read the last two scriptures. Romans chapter 1 verse 22. Professing themselves to be wise, they became fools. So when you rebel against the instruction of God, you are professing yourself to be wiser than God. So what God does is that he will make your ideas or counsel foolish, and then make you believe that that foolishness is wisdom. That's why you go the wrong path, but you are confident that this is the right path. Let me close with Romans chapter 1 verse 32. This is amazing. This is amazing. Anyway, this scripture says that knowing that they which do such things deserve of death, but they continue to do these things, and they have pleasure in them that do them. So you have pleasure in doing things that you actually know are wrong. And you have pleasure when you see people doing those things, but you know that these things are wrong, and those who do them, they are worth of eternal punishment, but you will do them. Why? Because God has turned your counsel into foolishness. So if you are a child of God, be careful of people who come to you masquerading as believers, but they are pushing values that are against God, which to the mind may make sense, but if you put them on the scale of the doctrine of Christ, they are actually blasphemers against God. So that's why we are here as New Generation Mentoring, to tell you that the world is not going towards the right direction. We can develop as much as we want. We can make economic progress that is amazing. But I can tell you, only the moral and spiritual front, we are down. And that is very tragic. New Generation Mentoring with Dr. Moses Tofa and Rejoice Makauze. God bless you.